Hi, this is Giftie Etc. I wanted to show you how I'm currently using my Franklin Covey 365 planner. The 365 comes with undated pages, and I've gone ahead and dated them because I really love the layout. So you can see that this planner has a magnetic clasp, and it's pretty thick. I would say that the rings are right at or under an inch, maybe 7/8 of an inch. And I want to show you some ways that I use it and explain why I use it that way. So you'll see that I have 3 Frixion ink pens. They're erasable, and I don't really color code, but I do like to write in pretty colors since my planners are boring black. I keep a couple of binder clips here, and back here I have things like the library books that are due, and a envelope to pay the school, that sort of thing. My first page is always a capture page. Right now I'm in physical therapy, so you can see that I have some marks of when my hand hurts, and I also have part of my grocery list here. I keep my grocery list separately, but throughout the week I just add things here, and then on Sundays I make my grocery list and do my couponing, and that really helps. I'm working on my kids' routine for the summer, so that's just a work in progress right now. I'm sorry, for the beginning of the school year, so that's just a work in progress right now. And I keep a lot of just notes in this area, so I kind of keep a blank notepad. You can see a lot of little notes that I have for book ideas, that sort of thing. Behind the task divider, and these dividers just came with the Franklin Covey 365. I just have my maybe someday task list, just things that I think I might do at some point. You can see I plan to edit my novel. That's been on the task list forever. Next, I have a section that I use for projects, and it says right here that it's my personal section, but it's actually my projects. I start with an index. Anytime I use a section for a list of things, there's an index. And you can see first day of school is the first thing on the index, and so then I have my first day of school project kind of listed out with my next actions. And I will also have a reminder on my weekly calendar to check my projects and make sure that I'm actually getting the next actions done in a timely manner. And I have a lot of other projects just behind that. Anyway. And then you can see my monthly calendars, and I'm going to go ahead and go to July, since it is July. I do cross out as things get done. You can see kind of in the goals that I go ahead and write in my menu plan right there along the top. And then I write in any dated activities down in these little squares. So you can see that my kids have karate, for example, on the 23rd. Because all dated timed activities are in this section of the planner, it really means that I don't miss things. It's not cluttered. It's just what's coming up. I have a today marker, and on the side I have one of those little arrow markers. This one happens to be backwards. It usually faces the other way properly. That show me what week I'm on. Next, let's go to my weekly plan. So for my weekly plan, that's where I keep all my things that I'm going to do. You can see that I have a clear piece of paper, a clear piece of divider right here. That divider allows me to put sticky notes on it if I have more than what would fit in a weekly space. And I do keep a daily entry, things that are circled or things that are going to repeat. So whenever I do them, I put them on the next entry. For example, applying for jobs, I do cross out. And you'll notice that right here is things that must happen. Right here are things that I would really like to happen that day because they're going to happen eventually. And right here are things that I'd like to do. And I sort of keep those 3 columns so that I always know I have to do this. This is priority. And this is if I get to it. At the bottom, I keep a weekly list. These are to-dos that are just set up for the week. Looking at next week, you can see that I also keep a little list between the current week, and I've just already finished it for last week, so I've moved it forward. In business card holders, and it includes what I need to do each day of the week. Tuesday doesn't have an entry because on Tuesdays I do my grocery shopping. If we move over to the end of the months, I have a future planning page where I put anything once the planner is done for the year. So December 31st, anything for January for next year's planner goes on these pages. Notes is where I keep my files, and here's my file index, just like with my Project 7 index. And you'll see that anything important that's currently still going on goes on my files, my list of medications that I might bring to the doctor when I go to the doctor's appointment. True files go in my house, in my file cabinet. But this is for things that I need to carry with me. An example is old packing list, so that when I go to pack something, I can look at those lists as a checklist of what I need to take care of. And I just use some of the dividers. So I use A, B, G, H, and I think you can see that. And that way it sort of divides my files up, but without adding a whole bunch of bulk to my planner. Finally, at the end, I have a little packet that has things like stamps and a little bit of stickers and my little post-it notes, and I keep post-it notes at the back. It's a pretty simple setup, but it does mean that I can keep track of my life in a very orderly manner. Thank you for watching, and I hope to give you some more details about tricks and tips to set up your planner soon.